Okay, so the big story this week is that on Saturday, Elon tweeted out, "Much is made lately of unrealized gains being a means of tax avoidance. So I propose selling 10% of my Tesla stock. Do you support this?"
Wait, so he put out like a poll?
So with 5 hours left, the numbers look like this. And yes, I voted for Elon to hold his Tesla stock, but we did not win that poll. And as you can see here, people voted for Elon to sell 10% of his stock. He went on to say, "I will abide by the results of this poll, whichever way it goes. Note, I do not take a cash salary or bonus from anywhere. I only have stock. Thus, the only way for me to pay taxes personally is to sell stock."
Oh my gosh. I mean, okay, wait. If he sells 10% of his stock, I mean, doesn't that mean that Tesla's going to go down by like 10%? What about my investment? What about my stock?
Hang on.
What?
Let's do a little math. So if Elon owns 20% of Tesla, which he does, and he's going to sell 10% of that, that's about $24 billion worth of Tesla stock. I know it sounds like a lot, but hang on. That's just 2% of the company, or about 20 million shares. And that's what the average daily volume of shares traded is for Tesla. So it is a lot, but he's not going to dump it in one day, first of all. And that's not a big deal because Tesla is such a heavily traded company.
Wait, so you're saying that the average daily volume, which is like how many shares the stock gets traded every day, that is what he's going to be selling.
Right. Again, he won't be doing it in one day, I'm pretty sure.
So it's not like you're going to be watching it and go, dunk, and like clonk down 10 points.
Right. Now, the market is acting as we speak, in confusion. I mean, for instance, Homar's catalog tweeted out, "Says the moron who thought Tesla stock would lose most of its value," and this is referring to Professor Scott Galloway, who said using Twitter results as cloud cover to monetize Tesla at prices he knows aren't sustainable without outright telling the market he's lost faith in its valuation. And Elon replied, "Doing the opposite of whatever that insufferable numbskull says would be a great way to invest." And Homar's catalog went on to say, "Someone already started it, the reverse Galloway index." And so, yeah, you can go to this website here and see that basically pretty much everything Professor Galloway says is going to lose wins, and everything he says is going to win loses. So probably not the best way to invest. In fact, you probably should invest in the reverse Galloway index.
But of course, we're not financial advisors, but Mr. Galloway is.
Look, everyone's freaking out about this, but I think Homar's catalog summed it up pretty well. He said, "Welcome to investing in Tesla. The CEO tweets crazy without any notice. If that's not for you, then get out tomorrow." But he's tweeted a lot of crazy over the years, and it's never been the end of the world, even though it always seemed like it to many noobs. Some of you kids may not remember this, but back in my day, Elon once tweeted that Tesla had gone bankrupt as an April Fool's joke. The stonk the bed. And keep in mind, they actually were going bankrupt, and everyone knew it. And Elon, now Lord Edge, tweeted out, "I had too many bottles of Teslaquila." And we'll be talking about why he's Lord Edge later in the show. And I mean, we're not even going to cover the latest tweet that Elon had about Senator Ron Wyden. I mean, I think that's inappropriate. And I'm sure a lot of us right now are wishing that Elon would kind of put his Twitter to bed for a while because he's starting to get a little crazy. But I think the reason he's going a little crazy is we have to put ourselves in his shoes for a second. He's paying a lot of money in taxes. And, well, I think we should walk through how much money in taxes.
So as of December 14th, 2020, Elon owned 193.3 million shares of Tesla, or about 20.7% of Tesla.
And then Elon got his first big stock award, which was from his 2012 stock incentive plan of 22.8 million shares. Now, this is at a strike price of $6 a share.
Now, that award was given because he met certain goals that they had set up ahead of time. He made Tesla a very valuable company. He was able to do a certain number of things, and therefore he got that incentive.
In fact, one of the most valuable companies on the planet, but go on.
Exactly. So therefore he wins this pre-agreed upon stock option.
Because keep in mind, he doesn't collect a yearly salary.
So the way that stock options work is that there's a strike price, which is what you pay for the stock if you have the option. And then there is the price of the stock when you buy it. And you have to pay the tax on the difference of that because the government views that as a gain.
Right.
Even though it is technically an unrealized gain, it's a gain nonetheless, so you're going to be paying taxes on it.
And this is a common thing for lots of people in startup companies where they're awarded stock options and then things go well and you're like, whoa, I owe a big tax bill.
So his options expire in August of next year. But in order to exercise them, Elon's going to have to pay income tax on that gain. So these options are taxed as an employee benefit or compensation. So they will be taxed at the top ordinary income levels of the United States. So that's 37% plus the 3.8% net investment tax. He will also have to pay 13.3% to California, which is their top tax rate.
Yeah, because he was basically a California resident during most of this time.
Right. So that would mean that the combined state and federal tax rate would be 54.1%. So if you think about it, he's going to be getting 22.8 million shares, each worth, like $1,200 a share. And he's going to have to pay over 50% on that gain.
Right. So he's going to have to pay about $15 billion in tax just for that stock award he got.
So then the question is, how do you pay those taxes?
Yeah, this is a very complicated calculus problem because basically he has to sell some stock now to pay the taxes. But as he sells each share of stock, he'll have to pay a capital gains tax on each share. So he's going to have to sell about, $20 billion, $25 billion worth of stock just to pay the capital gains on that stock and to pay his award.
Okay, so I am having trouble picturing this because this is A, lot of money, and B, there's a lot of taxes being taken.
I think I can simplify this for you. Okay, so what you're seeing here is a big pile of money. This represents all of Elon's shares of Tesla.
Okay, so this is not money that he has.
No, it's just shares of Tesla. All right, now you're seeing a pile of money, which represents what Elon is getting as his stock incentive bonus.
Okay.
That could go into the big pile, but he's got to pay the tax we just talked about, which represents pretty much the exact same size pile. So if you look at these two little piles now, he's going to have to take one pile of money, pay the taxes with it. So he basically came out even. He got an incentive worth about $20 billion, but he's going to have to pay $20 billion in taxes. So he came out exactly where he started.
Then it wasn't much of an incentive.
Exactly. And that's why he's so upset. And to put this in perspective, look at NASA's budget for 2020. It was $22 billion. So effectively, Elon is paying the entire NASA budget. That's insane. Or look at the total corporate income tax for the United States in 2020 of $212 billion. That's all the corporations in America, all the tax they pay, and Elon's paying about 10% of that? That makes no sense. Or look at what the federal government spent on all of transportation in the United States in 2020. The same amount as Elon is paying in taxes.
So like bridges and highways and railroads and
Yep.
all sorts of other like buses and stuff?
Yeah. And Elon's paying all that. And I think this is why you're seeing Elon getting pretty upset right now. He's like, why do I have to pay this much money in tax when I am creating so much wealth and creating so much good and I haven't even gotten to enjoy any of this? Hey everybody, thanks so much for watching Now You Know Clips.
You can watch full episodes of Tesla Time News on Mondays and in-depths on Fridays. Just click the link down below to head over to the Now You Know channel.